So that's my view. Anyway, let's welcome our guest then. Krishna Kumar Karwa is joining us, Managing Director at MK Global. Krishna, good morning. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning.
So, this whole theme in the market has been that while at index level, the market's consolidating or correcting, there's been a lot of buying in the mid caps. Even this year, Krishna, we've seen almost a 10% mid cap outperformance. Do you think that could be the order of the day or of the year?
Yes, there has been, as you rightly said, that there has been sectoral themes which have been playing out. And if you look at in the last 1 year, you had these sectoral themes playing out every 2-3 months. So we had initially the healthcare sector doing well, then you had the IT sector doing well, and then the public sector, banks, etc. So I think, investors tend to go for themes, and overall, yes, the market has delivered good returns. Coming back to a question about whether mid caps will further continue to give select returns. I agree that in a momentum where the economy is expected to grow by 12% in the coming year, and many of the small cap, mid cap companies should be having a lot of tailwinds. I think the stronger companies in the sector would continue to deliver good returns. I think there is a clear-cut consolidation which is happening, which is the larger players in the system are able to capture market share from the weaker players in the sector. So going forward also, I think there is a lot more hope for small cap, mid cap stocks to deliver returns. And if you look at on a 3-year basis since Jan 18, still there is a lot of gap in between the returns that the the mid cap, small cap sectors have delivered versus the large cap. So, but having said that, I think investors need to be very, very careful when they are investing in the mid and the small cap segment, because in the quest for higher returns, the quality of your portfolio can significantly deteriorate. And what could be temporary tailwind for some of these companies should not be taken as a guide in terms of the long-term returns that these stocks can generate. So I think in the last 2-3 weeks, if you see that there have been very weak small caps also which have given very good returns, or the stock prices have moved up, and now they are seeing a lot of correction. I think investors should be careful in the kind of stocks that they are investing as far as the small caps are concerned.
Got that. Mr. Karwa, good morning. Now, clearly at the moment, the market is dominated by the fear of a second semi-lockdown that many cities have been forced to go into out of fear. Now, do you think this gives you a good second chance to buy the economy proxies? Would you go out and buy banks, for instance, or NBFCs?
Definitely, Lata. I think this time around, in terms of, yes, there has been a spike in cases in Maharashtra and in India. But I think we have the benefit of our experience. The authorities have the benefit of experience. The corporates have the benefit of experience of how to manage their businesses, etc. And even the people at large are in a position to understand if they are infected, how to take care. So my sense is that the fear of any further infections and lockdowns, etc. And if because of that, if the market sentiment weakens and stocks correct, then this is a very good opportunity for investors to be investing in. And the stocks remains the same, the ones which have delivered in terms of the corporate performance post the opening up in the last 2-3 quarters. They have clearly shown that they have the wherewithal to be able to deliver good corporate performance, and market has recognized that. So if there is any sharp correction in the coming few months because of any resurgence of cases, I think that would be a very good opportunity to invest. And yes, as you rightly said, stocks in the financials or the banks and domestic facing companies, they should give good returns if there is an opportunity to invest in them.
Okay. Good morning. Last week the big talking point was Accenture raising its guidance and the positive commentary over there. We've seen many of these stocks like Infosys sitting at fresh highs as well. Is this still a good time to be buying mid and large cap IT names, and where would your preferences lie?
Whenever I've come on air on your channel, I've always consistently said that IT has massive tailwinds in the way the digitization, artificial intelligence, machine learning, the opportunities are phenomenal. And whatever, and every quarter on quarter company corporate performance from IT companies and their commentaries have been very strong. In fact, also in the last 1 to few months, again what we have seen is a few large deal wins that many of the majors have announced. And also you can see some of the companies announcing second round of salary hikes for their employees, which is a clear-cut indicator about the tailwinds that the business is enjoying. So my sense is that I think valuation-wise, on an historical basis, maybe some of these companies are quoting at peak valuations. So going forward, maybe we will not capture any increase in valuations, but the earnings growth, which could be anywhere between 15 to 20% for the next few years, that can certainly be captured. As far as large cap versus mid cap is concerned, I don't think so. We should be looking at the sector in that perspective, from a large mid perspective. It is much more important to see in terms of how they are able to grow. So definitely mid cap companies with their smaller base will possibly be able to show a higher percentage growth. And that is what is reflected in some of the premium valuations some of these companies are enjoying. I think of late, even some of the product companies, the smaller product companies in the IT sector are also delivering very good returns. So having said that, and with US doing the way it is growing and expected to grow, I think the tailwind for this sector continues to be very strong.
Okay, by the way, the market's slipping again. The bank nifty is the problem, down 400 points, and that's not helping. Though, of course, there are a couple of sectors doing well, like pharma. So today is, of course, a bit of a risk off, which is playing out, and the nifty is now once again at the low point of the morning. Krishna, this PSU rally, are you participating in that? SBI, of course, started it, but then we started to see the rally broaden out. There's a lot of value which a lot of people believe it has, but would you be taking this bet?
Yeah, I think the opportunity in the PSU, wherever there are possibilities of divestments or stake sale, I think many of those stocks offer good opportunities for investors to trade in. For us, always public sector units have always been an opportunistic trade rather than a long-term trade, because we never know how government policies change in terms of dividend payouts or capex, etc. for these companies. But I think the environment has changed substantially. Post the budget, the way the government is keen for divestments, and the lists are coming out in terms of what PSU unit that they would like to divest, etc. So there could be a lot of value unlocking which would happen for investors. Now, how to trade is, I think, individual risk appetite or fund manager risk appetite, because there will be a trade whenever there will be value unlocking, whenever some of these units are privatized. In the longer term, obviously, once these units are privatized, then there could be further value creation happening once these units go into the hands of private sector. So there is a lot of value in public sector units. Many of the stocks have given good returns, but there is still scope for further value unlocking to happen. I think what we are waiting for is one successful divestment. And there has been this issue about BPCL has been on the block for some time. A successful divestment of one unit would add a lot of weight to the whole public sector units in terms of stock prices.
Okay. Krishna, the other sector like PSUs which have caught the market's fancy are power, the most old-fashioned industry back in the fashion. What would you advise investors?
So I think the whole power sector has got transformed in the last few years in terms of age. Many of them have cleaned up their act in terms of the debt, etc. Also, many of them have increased their portfolio of renewable part of the portfolio versus the thermal power generation. So, and there was a lot of value which was always there, but investors were not willing to give a recognition to that. But once many of these companies have got their act together, investors have seen, I think it's basically a mean reversion trade which is happening in terms of, I think it went into deep value, and now investors are seeing that there is a lot of value and it is getting recognized. And having said that, I think there are only 3, 4, 5 listed companies which are available in the space which have survived the turmoil of 4, 5 years. So investors are recognizing the opportunity. But at the end of the day, many of these companies are still give you utility kind of returns once the value unlocking is happened.
Okay, all right, Krishna, we'll leave it at that. Thank you so much for joining us and giving us your view on the market, which, by the way, is all over the place. There's still no